investors and traders, and welcome to the weekly market report with the market guys. I'm AJ Monty. This is a one-year daily candle chart of the Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF, ticker symbol DIA, and I've left my lines on the chart so you can see again how accurate the candle charts are with regard to forecasting future moves in the market. And I've left my lines on the chart from last week. And you can see this diagonal line here is the forecasted trend that I drew last Friday. And it's just, again, so amazing to see how well the technical signals are working out for us as a forecasting tool. And you can see that my forecast was that we would go down to the support level here, test it, and we did just that. In fact, we broke down below that support level. And then today, Friday the 20th, we have a Harami, which is really a bullish indication for the short term. So what I think we'll see for next week is, and I'll erase this line right here, I'll leave my support level here, I'll leave my resistance right here. I think we will see a little bit of a bounce in the market next week as we come up off of that support level. And the reason I say that is because the green Harami pattern right there, it's a smaller green candle within the body of the previous red candle. We see this on very high volume. So that tells us there's a pivot point forming there. And then on Thursday, even though we went down to my target price, we see a longer shadow. It's that vertical line under the candle. That longer shadow under the candle tells us that on the 19th, the buyers fought back and tried to push the price up. So that's why I'm leaving this as a possible short-term rally for next week. Now, if we look at the spiders, that's ticker symbol SPY. That's the S&P 500 ETF. You'll see again the line that I drew from last week, spot on. Here is my target price. On Thursday, we came down within pennies of that target price. We have a bearish engulfing pattern here, which is very interesting because the bearish engulfing pattern tells us the sellers moved in with force. And so when I remove this line, I'm going to once again forecast that we'll go a little bit higher on the spiders, and then I think we're going to come back down. Even though this is a bearish engulfing pattern, that's why I think we're not going to go up too much further. In fact, I think we'll go up to test this resistance level right here. I'll make this the new resistance line, and I'll erase the old resistance line right here. But this is my forecast for next week. It's going to go slightly higher to test this resistance, and then I think by the end of next week, beginning next week, we'll start to pull back. But I'm not going to put that forecast out just yet. I'm just looking for the short-term rally of the next few days. Now, if we look at a more broad-based index, that's in the Russell 2000. Again, my forecast on this market was spot on accurate. Once again, we hit the support level. It's even hard to see the diagonal target line that I drew here because the markets were right on my forecast. You could see I started that line last Friday. I said we would come back down. It ends right here at that support level. We've reached that. So my new forecast is going to be drawn from the most current support level. Let me show you what I mean by that. This is what I'm erasing here, former support, and I'm going to draw just a little bit lower, attaching to this low right here and coming out just like that. I think we're going to see a bounce off of that support. Not too much of a bounce, but just enough to get the price at least back up to the 20-period moving average, which is that blue line, and then we'll have to see if the market starts to reverse and go lower. Now the Qs, that's the Nasdaq market in the power shares, QQQ, said we would come back a little bit. We did. In fact, the difference here in the Qs is that we're not seeing bullish indications. We're actually seeing more bearish indications. So what I think we'll see for the Nasdaq is I think we're going to see a little bit of a pullback. Opposite from the Dow, opposite from the Russell 2000 and the S&P. And the Nasdaq will many times go opposite or work inversely to the major markets. And in this case, I think we could see a pullback in the Qs. and still see a short-term rally in the other major indices. So I'm leaving that in place. Now finally, the VIX. This is pretty incredible because, again, last week I said that we would rally up in the VIX. We did that, just that, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, come right back down. And then we have a resistance area up here. So I'm going to erase this. And the interesting thing about the VIX is that we could still go a little bit lower in the VIX, because remember, it's opposite and inversely related to the S&P. So I've already said the S&P could go higher. The VIX could go a little bit lower, and then I think we're going to see another bounce off of this key support level. By the way, this is a 20-year support level down here right around 11. And so when the markets hover, the VIX that is, hovers around that support level, that means we've reached a market top. So we're kind of floundering around at the top on all the major indices, but ultimately that means you have to protect yourself on the way down should the market make that turn like we're expecting it to eventually. Now, this coming Monday, which is the 23rd of January, we're having our open house Q&A session. And to get to that and register for it, you have to go to our website, www.themarketguys.com, right there. And you scroll down just a little bit, and there's a registration link for you right there. It starts at 8 p.m., promptly at 8 p.m. It'll last for 1 hour, and we're going to have an action-packed time of analyzing your stocks and looking at charts and answering any of the questions that you might have for me. So that's it for this week's market report. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. So long.
For almost 3 decades, A.J. Monty has motivated audiences worldwide about creating personal wealth and winning in business. His time-tested risk management strategies focus on ideas that involve a keep it super simple approach, also known as the KISS principle. These concepts have been delivered to people in over 16 countries around the world, reaching audiences in the millions. AJ is a best-selling author of 2 books, The Market Guy's 5 Points for Trading Success and Take Charge of Your Money Now, both of which have been featured on PBS Television, Fox Business News, ABC TV, as well as Sirius Money Radio. As a financial educator and consultant, he has worked with some of the most recognized names in the financial industry. Companies like Bank of America, Charles Schwab, E-Trade Financial, Scotiabank, and TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim. If you have ever been challenged with having to make a tough decision regarding when to buy or sell a stock, then help is on the way. The Options Oracle and Equity Oracle Alert services are designed to help you make those tough decisions. AJ will not only help you find the best trade candidates, but he will also lay out the exit strategy for each position in an easy-to-understand format that anyone can follow.
Hi, my name is AJ Monty, Chief Market Strategist for The Market Guys. For almost 30 years, I've traded stocks, options, futures, and even currencies. I've traveled the world teaching people just like you how to profit in the market using time-tested strategies that focus on risk management. You see, the secret to making money in the market depends on your ability to limit losses when you're wrong. In other words, if you want to make a lot of money in the market, don't lose a lot of money in the market. Now that may sound funny, but it's true. Most investors are challenged with 2 questions. The first question is, how do you find a good stock? Well, the best way to find the right stock starts with eliminating all of the stocks you would not invest in. This process of elimination is called stock screening. And our services help you overcome the odds so you're putting your money where the money is going. We're simply following the trends. The second question most people ask of me is, when is it time to sell? Well, if you don't have an answer to this question, then you might find yourself in a position where you're holding on to your stocks when things go against you. This is the worst thing you could possibly do because I believe this is no longer a buy and hold market. It has evolved into a buy and protect market. Holding on and hoping for things to get better is not a strategy. In fact, doing this will eventually lead you to a catastrophic loss, and you wouldn't want that. Our Trade Alert services help answer these 2 questions. Not only will I help you find the right trade candidate, but I'll also show you how to use the charts to manage risk. I don't use the charts to predict the future. I use them to protect the future. The charts tell me when it's time to get out as well as when it's time to get in. And that's what I'd like to teach you as well. We have 2 services, the Equity Oracle and the Options Oracle. The Equity Oracle is an alert service for traders who would like to trade only equities, whereas the Options Oracle is our premier alert service for both equity and option traders. Each alert is laid out in an easy-to-understand format that shows charts depicting entry and exit points. Risk management is our cornerstone of each service, so you don't have to struggle with the decision of when to get out, or when a trade goes against you, when should I take my loss. The strategy is to use the KISS principle, keeping it super simple. As a bonus, you'll have access to a live Q&A session as well, each and every month. This is where you can submit a stock symbol, and I will analyze these stocks while we discuss the best trading strategies for each position. And it gets better. In addition to the alert service and the live monthly Q&A sessions, we're also developing a member page that will include instructional videos about how to get the most out of our service. Without question, this is the best trade alert service available on the market, and we look forward to having you as our newest subscriber. Simply click on the link below to subscribe. It's easy. Once again, I'm AJ Monty, Chief Market Strategist for the Market Guys. Thanks for watching.
Enrolling in this service is easy. Simply click on the link below to subscribe, and your weekly alert will be delivered right to your email box. And if you act now, we will include AJ's best-selling book, The Market Guy's 5 Points for Trading Success. This is a first-time offer that will get you on the road to success and keep you there. Remember, if you continue to do what you've always done, things will never change. Positive results will only come after you've taken the first step in the right direction. We look forward to having you as our newest member.